Hello, I'm David. Welcome to Barely a Farm. I know I've said it before, but I'm tired, boys. I'm tired. For some reason, this week has taken absolutely forever, and it's just now only Thursday. That'll be okay, though. Tomorrow's Friday. I know my content hasn't been much here recently. It's because I've got nothing going on. We got the old 85 Pontiac right there. By the way, still looking for the correct nose. If you know anybody's got an 85 Pontiac front end, I'd be interested in it. Willing to drive 2 or 3 or 4 hours to get it. I'm in Central Kentucky for those that don't know. Well, let's talk about daily driving a classic. No, this isn't a classic like people, or at least I don't think of this as a classic. You know, but truth of the matter is this is a 40-year-old car. I mean, that's in the realm of things old. If you think about it, nothing today is going to last that long. You know, it's just not going to happen. I'll never be able to afford a good classic. You know, a 56 Chevy or, you know, a 68 GTO or anything like that. And that's fine. You know, even if I could afford one, it would take me so long to restore it, I wouldn't enjoy it anymore. You know, I want some, not necessarily instant gratification, but I want to be able to use it and drive it. That's why I like to have rolling and driving projects. I like to be able to use them and, you know, drive them and play with them, you know, and restore them all at the same time. I've put probably 1,500 miles on this car since I got it, and really, you know, the girl's not needed much of anything. I don't even know if I've showed it since I painted it. I did paint it. I had some issues with paint. She's got a little bit of texture to her. It actually, International Harvester Red, I had a half gallon. I think it was a year or two old. I might have used, I know I used some of it when I painted the service body on my red dually. And I think it was open then, and that would have been last summer. It's really hard to keep track of anything these days. But the paint, it was like, which it was chunky, but I filtered everything, you know, before I put it in the gun. But it was like it was hardening up inside of the gun. So it's kind of a textured look. Ideal? No. Does it look better than it did? Yes, from a distance. Am I happy? Happy, maybe not. Satisfied, definitely. At least it gets it all one color and stops the rust. I will say the red did bring out a whole lot of dents that I didn't see. You know, I did a rough sand, you know, before I painted it. Didn't catch all those dents. If you notice behind me, I have tucked this front bumper. Shoot, took almost 6 inches out of it, sucked it up in the car. I kind of like that. I'm actually still trying to figure out if I want to do, you know, a black or a color match bumper. I could go either way. Another story. Anyways, you know, I got the bumper tucked. That looks a little bit better. I need to do the rear bumper. Got the radio working in it. All 4 speakers are working. Have the AC cobbled together enough that it kind of blows cool. But you know, other than that, I've just been driving the thing. I drive it almost every day. The only mechanical issue I found is it seems like it's not starting, maybe if it gets moisture in the distributor. So this weekend I want to pull that off and coat it with some WD-40 and be sure everything looks good in there. I did order a new coil, but you know, it's never happened in the afternoons or evenings. It's always been very first thing in the morning. And you know, I try it twice. If it doesn't start, I take the truck to work. When I get home from work, it starts absolutely fine. So it leads me to believe that it is moisture. With me not having any projects going on, I think what I'm going to do, I am working second shift next week a couple days. The second shift guy is off, and I'm off Thursday through Sunday. I think I'm going to take this thing on a road trip. I'd like to drive it 3 or 4 hours in one direction just to see how it does. You know, if I do that on Thursday, it will let me have enough time to get it home, you know, if something happens. May actually clean it out real good Thursday, leave on Friday, and come back Saturday. I don't know. I think it'll do fine. Like I say, the only issue could see would be the no start in the morning. Everything else around here is running great. My bush hogging, that's pretty much died off to nothing. We've had kind of a dry summer floating around here. So, you know, I've advertised a little bit and haven't gotten any kind of calls for it. All the tractors are doing good. Like I've mentioned in the past, I've got the 464 International and the Farmall Cub. Or actually, it's an International Cub. The Farmalls I sold. And they both are doing great. A project maybe this winter is to paint the Cub. I don't know. I hate the yellow. I've always hated the yellow. But the thing about it is, you paint it, you lose the patina and, you know, its story. But then again, it would look 10,000 times better. You know, he got this in '74, and a major tornado came through here, I think, in '77. Both those tractors, so none of the equipment was damaged. Interesting. So, like I said, this may be an upcoming project. I haven't decided if I'm gonna do that yet. There was a model, I think in 1964, that had a white hood and was red. It was one of like 260 made. It was, I don't know, something to do with Canada. And I really like that color scheme, and that's what I'm thinking about. I don't know. You know, the woods deck. The tractors you could have ordered in any color. I think even up into the 80s they still had these, and you could have gotten them in International Red. But the deck, you know, this is a woods deck, so it would have been woods orange. I may just paint it all the red and white and roll on with that. I don't know. I haven't gotten that far. Like I say, I don't have any big plans for the car or the truck because they're both running great. Other than the test drive coming up. And, you know, all the gardens, I kind of let them go. At least my home garden. As you can tell, you see nothing. I let the home garden go, so it's all been bush hogged. You know, it has been for a month or so. My corn crop and all that didn't do diddly squat, and I'm assuming that's all due to the dry weather. So my brother actually bush hogged that down. It was right next to one of his fields. The Pontiac, the Olds, it is still sitting here this week or so. I've got to get some stuff cleaned out over here. I'm gonna back it up against that building. I've had no interest in it, and I'm not giving it away. You know, running 350 and 700 R4. You know, that's worth the $900 I'm asking. I'm not interested in, you know, taking a big loss on it. I think I've got $1,000 in the car total, and that's, you know, I'm not taking much less than that. It's fine sitting out here. You know, maybe make a circle track car or something out of it, even though there's no circle tracks around here. I don't know. Haven't gotten that far. But like I say, that's kind of what I got going on with all the vehicles. But I need to get some stuff moved around here and get it cleaned up. You know, we're middle of August. Winter will be here before we know it. I've got most of my junk picked up out of the yard. I want to go ahead and get the rest of that knocked out this weekend. I enjoy it looking nicer around here. Makes it a little bit better, you know, coming home, not seeing piles of junk everywhere. But I want to get all these vehicles and stuff straightened out, you know, over the next month or so. Get them put where they're going to be. Usually, end of September, 1st October, I'll go through and clean all the equipment real good and put it up for winter. You know, I'll be done with it by then. And go from there. So, like I say, not a whole lot going on with the channel. I just wanted to do just a quick and dirty little video of why I haven't been posting much. Everything's going pretty good. Anyways, I appreciate you guys subscribing here, and we'll catch you next time. You guys be good and be safe.